What's up, everyone? It's your boy George Caliors here again with the deadlifts. Coming bringing you that death of the lift. Got my shirt off, trying to work on my fat tan. This is about 455. That first one was 405. One thing I really wanted to point out though is how wide my feet are. They're a little bit wider than they normally are because when I was doing those jumps, I noticed how wide my feet were set up. So therefore, that's my deadlift position. Jump up consecutively, find your feet in a specific spot. That should be a deadlift spot. Deadlift should mimic a jump stance. So, on to the 475. Barely had enough room for the weights. Got to get some steel plates or something, make it smaller. But working hard, breathing deep into my belt, not just into my belly, trying to fill my back up, get tight all around my trunk, not just in my belly, like I said. So anyway, there it is. 135, 225, 315, 405, 455, 475. Big thing that I was working on was pushing laterally through my feet, getting a deep breath into my back, keeping the arms straight, and driving the floor away just to grind it all through. Now, on to the actual training. These are windmills, all right? This is a kettlebell windmill. It's a hip exercise. Get your feet pretty wide as you want them. I like to do them a little bit more narrow and actually stretch out a little bit. And then just follow your leg to the floor. If you follow your leg to the floor, everything else is going to stay in alignment. And all you're doing is moving your hips back, just like you would with a Romanian deadlift, and driving through that outside foot in order to come back up. Okay, so you're not trying to pull that leg that's at an angle. You're not trying to pull it back underneath you. You're trying to push off that straight leg. If that doesn't make sense, I'm sorry, but get over it. Buy some coaching from me and I'll teach you. I really like these a lot. Oh, there's my girlfriend's mom. I really like these a lot because, and the dog, they really hit like the side of the trunk, the side of the obliques, but they also add a lot of shoulder stability in there. And like I said, a lot of hip mobility. So these rack pulls were just awful. Everything up until these ones felt good. I had to break these up so bad. I did 10 reps, but it was like 2 at a time or 3 at a time. And it was just hard for some fucking reason. My back was obviously tired from the max effort pull, so I didn't have a belt on. I'm pulling 405. You'll see that I'm kicking plates out from underneath me, trying to get, just a little bit higher, trying to get my leverage better, but it just ain't working. And you can see my back slams into that neutral position. I try and overarch, but my back slams back into that neutral position, which is basically where I just need to fucking start. That way you don't cause a lot of shear stress on the vertebrae. Because when you overarch, then you go into a rounded position, you can really hurt yourself. With these contralateral deadlifts, it is the opposite hand and foot, and you'll notice that that back leg is staying the same way as the front leg is. So the leg that's kicking off should look exactly like the leg that's on the floor, and that's going to help. That helps you keep your balance. The straighter your leg can be, the more balance you're going to have. And all you're doing is bringing it right down to the inside of your foot. And here's the other leg. I'm actually worse on my right leg for some reason. I don't really know why. I think it's got something to do with tightness in the hamstring. But I think I was doing like 15 on each side or something. Figure it out. I'm trying to keep my elbow straight because if you roll the weight back, then you're not actually doing the lift. You're not sitting your hips back properly. But again, look at the knee angle. The knee angle stays the same. And keep that balance. Don't You can see I kind of twisted myself. Don't be leaning on the side. Don't be rotating side to side. You got to keep that level hip position. Just some barbell rows, nothing crazy. I was doing sets of 15. Trying to get some body English in there, so you have to start and stop the weight. Really put some good stress on the back. It's not just about the lats with the barbell row. It's just building a wicked strong back. Landmine rotations. Make sure you're pausing at the top, even if it is just for that brief second, because that's that anti-rotational emphasis that we're trying to put here. Launch off the planted foot. It's not about the shoulders with this one. The shoulders just guide it. The hips should be turning it. It's like a golf swing. If you try and hit it with just your upper body, you're not going to have a strong swing. You got to use your hips. All right, the hips are the life force for everything. And then just some posture. Pull your shoulder blades back, pull your elbows in, squeeze your butt. That's key, squeeze your butt. And thanks for watching. Appreciate your time.